Hello and welcome to Euphoria. I've just about finished the design of my townhouse and apartment MOC, and I've got all the parts I need to finish off the build. So in this video I'm going to look at the final design and the build for my townhouse and apartment building Modular MOC. So I'll just remind you of the structure of this MOC. This MOC consists of two buildings on the same 32 by 32 baseplate, which together meet the standards for a corner modular building. There's this yellow townhouse, which is a normal small house, and this adjacent three-storey apartment building with a café on the ground floor. There's a pavement running round the corner with a little seating area for the cafe on the corner, and with the modular connection points on each side, these two buildings meet the standards for a modular Lego building. Now for this MOC I started with a Lego set, the Creator 3-in-1 set 31097, and I tried to work out how to make it into a modular building. I really liked some of the ideas and elements in that set, and I've deliberately tried to keep the design aesthetic and some of the design cues from that set to keep in my building so that its origins are recognisable. But I also wanted to make significant improvements to make it into a proper modular building with walls on. So let's look at the final design. There were significant design challenges in the layout to make these into two workable buildings that together meet the modular standards. And some of the major challenges were fitting the staircases into the building and finding room in these two buildings for 3 kitchens and 2 bathrooms. In my previous videos I developed the detailed design for the apartment and then separately developed the detailed design for the townhouse. In the final design stage I've finally resolved all the design issues, and now that I've got all the parts I need to complete the build of this MOC, I'm able to show you what it finally looks like. There are quite a few changes from the previous detailed designs which enabled me to finish off this MOC. So I'll start with the apartment building. On the front wall I decided to remove the white panelling that I'd added because I felt it detracted from the look of the building. But I did add back the 3D café sign in the shape of this coffee cup, although I adjusted the colours to match some of the colours used in the café, which are orange and yellow. I completed the white window frames with the right bricks and tiles that I wanted, and I included the extractor on the outside for the kitchen in the apartment. I added a smaller window to let some light into the staircase coming up from the ground floor. I tidied up the end wall a bit, and the blue part here is to provide a blue wall for the kitchen on the inside. This wall wouldn't normally be visible on the outside because it connects to another modular building. And I finished off the exterior of the kitchen at the back, which services the cafe in the front, by adding a flat roof with an opening skylight to provide some light and ventilation into the kitchen. And on the back wall here I've added a downpipe and guttering for the flat roof for the kitchen, and I've also added an external flue so that all the fumes from the kitchen can be extracted. I've kept the roof flat and fairly plain, although I've kept the solar panel or water heater on the roof from the original set, and I've also edged the roof with these small panels. Originally I had them with the upstand round the outside, but I thought it looked more interesting like this. So now we'll have a look at the final details of the interior of the apartment building. In the cafe on the ground floor, I've finished off all the tables and chairs, and I've also tiled the floor in this interesting red and white tiled pattern. I decided to keep the large colourful mural, and that's reflected in the yellow and orange colours of the lower part of the walls. I added a counter or display unit with some nice looking cakes inside, and it's a bit difficult to see, but I've used the space under the stairs as a storage area for the cafe. At the back of the building is the kitchen area for the cafe, so I've added a cooker, a cupboard and a fridge, ready to make some simple dishes for the cafe. In the apartment, I haven't changed much since the detail design, although I have made a new bed for this apartment, and I adjusted the build of the staircase slightly to give a slightly more open feel to the staircase up to the bedroom. So that's the apartment building finished. Now let's look at the townhouse. On the outside, I changed all the window frames and the decorative details around the windows to white. I finally got the bright light yellow bricks to finish off the nice curved shape of the gables. Completed all the decorative elements on the gables, including keeping the distinctive and quite unique white parrots that form a feature of the decoration. Changed the downpipes from their previous brown colour to white to fit in with the clean yellow and white colour scheme. I also managed to include a downpipe at the back of the house, and to do that I moved the rear entrance doorway over by one stud and finished off the rear entrance with a door canopy in the same dark blue as the one at the front of the house. I've pretty much finished off the interior of the townhouse during the detail design, so there aren't any new changes here. There are also a few final bits of design to finish off the exterior of both buildings. I paved the small area at the back of the buildings and added a gully for the runoff from the kitchen roof, and also added a bin. At the front I finished off the seating area in the corner and did the paving in a mixture of dark bluish grey and dark tan. And here I also added a gully from the downpipe from the townhouse roof, which you tend to see on quite a lot of older buildings. There's a menu sign by the entrance to the cafe and next to the outside seating area. Of course, I added the obligatory lamp posts. There are 2 on this MOC because it's a corner modular building. And I've added a few minifigs to bring the building to life, although of course these are always changeable. So that's about it for the design and build of this MOC. What do you think of the final design? Did I meet the design goals that I set out originally? Is there anything I could improve? Please let me know in the comments below. And subscribe to this channel to see more videos about my MOCs and my LEGO city.